bananas.
Is the sound that
B-A-N-A-N-A.
Yeah, I don't know where I got that
That's
from.
funny.
Well, I mean, they
Shipping
can put shipping
containers.
containers
You could
on
see this on a
rail,
train. Yeah.
rail cars.
Okay,
See
maybe
it on
that's where
a
I'm getting
truck.
it from.
See it on a boat. I will not eat them with a goat.
Planes, trains, automobiles, and ships.
Thanks for tuning in from Oregon.
Willamette Valley, Oregon coast. Where you at?
Klamath Falls?
Cape Falls, down south. I-5 corridor, and then west.
Maybe they can answer a question I always had. Is it Oregon?
Oregon.
Or Oregon?
No, Oregon.
It's Oregon?
Oregon.
Oregon.
But it's Oregon Trail.
Yes.
That was a great computer
Thankfully,
game.
none
Anyone
of us
play
have
that?
dysentery.
Thank you.
I always died of dysentery.
I was too busy with Leisure Suit
Susan
Larry.
and her snake bites.
Yeah, that's right.
I would always get accidentally shot while hunting.
I would spend all my money on ammo and then miss because I was an uncoordinated 6-year-old.
They made a card game out of it, didn't they?
I don't know. I just remember the OG computer game.
It's classic. They did a couple others. They did, Yukon Trail and a few others. It
When I was
couldn't
done,
quite replicate it.
yeah, when I was done playing that in computer class, I would go rip all the dotted holes off the side of the printer paper.
You're that kid. Just like you come back from the computer lab and all the balls that used to be in the bottom of the computer mice have been taken out. That was such a thing.
It was a thing. And then they put them in the top, and then they got rid of them entirely.
Yeah.
Actually, there's still one rolling around Justin's desk. One of those like red and black spin balls that goes in the top of the mouse.
There's one up here.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, there's a couple up here.
Yeah, that's probably why it's a spare. People used to like carry them with them so that they wouldn't like be stolen. Weird.
I think our librarians began just like super gluing the bottom of it shut, so you couldn't like twist it off and take it.
Yeah.
Hey, Phoenix, Arizona, thanks for joining. We got Grants Pass, Oregon as well. We have a big Oregon crew. Thanks for checking us out. Continue to send in those questions and keep watching along.
That's because they're the only ones in the States still awake. It's like after midnight.
True.
I mean, on the East Coast, I mean.
Oh yeah, almost 1 a.m. in New York.
Chris, we're not going north, right?
No, that's just selected.
Just because?
Just because.
Okay.
Just for funsies. Oh, we got Vietnam tuning in now as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Vietnam, Taiwan, Portugal, Puerto Rico, Norway, UK, Canada, and the United States. Thanks for checking in, Florida.
Wow, someone's up late in Florida.
Maybe they just got off work.
Yeah. All sorts of schedules.
Yeah. Rouge River, Oregon. How you doing? Grants Pass, Oregon. How you doing?
Chris, is there a line 30 below number 31?
We're on 3, 2. So like no.
Below
Wait,
31.
Oh, below.
Yeah.
Oh.
We
You
can
sure
count.
you were caffeinated?
No.
There is. Okay, thanks. That's all I wanted to know. I think we have enough lines to get us through the end.
Thanks to Brian for taking my place while I had dinner. And now we're all back, right? Yeah, we're all back.
One team.
Yep.
Yes.
So with these new lines, why aren't we taking these as far west as the west set of lines go?
What? We don't. Why are we not taking them?
I thought I saw that they didn't go as far west as like the furthest west line that we did.
Well, the west lines go all the way down. We cut over early to get to the south lines, and also because it was really ragged terrain, so we weren't getting very good data there. So I thought it was more efficient and better use of our time to survey areas that we would get better, would be able to stay close to the seabed. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that was kind of the call. If we had more time, it's certainly an area to survey, but I kind of redirected because we weren't really we were able to stay on the bottom there.
Right, gotcha.
So yeah, in the time we have left, I wanted to optimize for areas that we would get good data. I think we did a couple of them all the way down, but not the ones tonight.
Bridge, no. Request we track a line bearing 186 at 1 knot. Thank you. You got 10 minutes to make it to that picture if you want to go, Mike.
The what?
The picture. They rescheduled because of rain.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh.
We decided you were the only one who could go.
Oh, I'm supervising a show here. I left you guys alone for 5 minutes yesterday. You're throwing paper towels at each other. Sitting in the wrong seats.
You started sitting in the wrong
Yeah,
seat.
you're the one that just setting a bad example.
Staying right here.
A lot of times when we do formal group pictures at the academy, and I know with a lot of other like big formal pictures, it's pretty common. They'll have a stand-in, so if someone's not there, they just have a regular person stand in so that they can Photoshop over their face.
Right.
Where do they find a regular person?
Not on here.
Oh, do you mean the Coast Guard?
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
here?
like, no, I'm just saying, like, any, like, group photo where, like, if you're the
I was
group
like, there's
you're
not extra people on board that we could just pull
yeah,
into
no,
a picture.
no.
I understand now.
Just pick
Well, we could get-
someone
we
to
could get-
Photoshop over their face for someone else.
Well, I know that, like,
We could get the crew.
yeah, I know that, well, they're often in some of the pictures. I know that blinking during a photo or closing your eyes isn't as big of a deal anymore because they can just get a like another version of it where your eyes are open and just Photoshop it onto the one picture.
I blink during every single photo. I don't understand.
How did I know you were going to say that?
I just can't stop. Like, I'm smiling and everything, but just my eyes are closed. It's a problem.
It's funny.
Welcome to the people in Montenegro. This is the first time that I see someone from
Whoa.
there
Yeah, that's what we were
following
saying.
us.
Yeah, we
Then we
looked
had a
up
whole
where it
dilemma
was
about where
and-
it was.
That's
Wait,
so
let's see.
great.
Valeria, do you know where it is?
No.
Ah. Do you want to take a guess? Because we had to Google it.
I don't know.
I confused it for Monte Carlo and Ed confused it for Montevideo.
So it has to be like East Europe, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, it's
It is?
It's across the Adriatic from Italy, so it's like northern Balkans.
Oh, perfect. So I guess it was part of the Yugoslavian territory at some point, or very
Think
close.
So.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna just Google this.
Yeah, I'm not the one with Google power.
Yes, let's do this. Yeah, perfect. So it borders Bosnia and Herzegovina.
I've
Now
actually
It-
been to Montenegro.
you've
Wait, really?
been?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, where
Must
were
be
you during this
beautiful.
conversation?
I wasn't here.
That's funny.
Did you go as a tourist or?
As a tourist for a day, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it super cute?
It was really cool. It's one of the coolest, like we were on a cruise ship actually,
Oh.
not a research vessel.
Mhm.
And it's one of the coolest entrances to the harbor. It's just got huge mountains, and then there's an old city at the base of the mountains. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful harbor to enter and exit.
That's great.
Is it its own country or a city in a country?
It's its own country.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty
And
small.
as I presumed, after World War I, it became part of Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
So
And then was broken up like what in the 90s?
let me check.
Is Sarajevo in Bosnia?
Is what?
Sarajevo, is that in Bosnia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's over, yeah.
So, okay, the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia was renamed to the State Union of Serbia and Montenegro in 2003.
Okay. Oh, Serbia is where Sarajevo is, I think.
And Montenegro declared independence, and the federation dissolved on June 2006.
Oh, wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
More recent than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really think of having like modern day changes like that.
Yeah.
You know. For all of my time alive having an actual comprehension of political boundaries, there hasn't really been too many of those kinds of changes, you know, but it wasn't that long ago, like, you know, Berlin Wall, USSR, like all that kind of stuff.
So we're still scanning the area. We haven't finished to respond to your questions. We still have a couple hours to go, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we've got about 8 hours? 8 hours left.
Recover at 4.
Come off bottom at 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, our watch is 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Local time.
Local time,
Bit
yeah.
of a ridge, small ridge line in the video.
And there was a bit of bioluminescence as well.
Where?
It passed through.
It could just be reflector luminescence.
And we are still looking for the Simon Clipper. We haven't found it yet.
So could it be reflective if it was like red and green?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Okay. That's definitely reflective then?
yeah.
Or, okay,
Probably.
Yeah.
gotcha.
There's some cool videos of ctenophores swimming through the water, and they have cilia on them, and as they pulsate, you can see like a whole rainbow of colors coming off. And it's not like they're not actually producing the color, but it's refracting the light from the submersible or whatever's photographing them.
Yeah, to see bioluminescence for sure, we'd have to turn off all the lights.
They last.
Guys,
cruise-
I'm gonna run over to the photo, I guess.
All right, did you want to
Go
make
for
a
it.
turn file?
Oh yeah, good call.
We're just gonna be holding position here in a minute and letting it swing more. So. You're not gonna miss much. We're just gonna find it.
Would be great. So who's left? Hello.
1, 2, 3.
Everyone but Mike.
So for the viewers, they're doing a
Five,
team
but
photo right
that's-
now on the bow of the
No,
Nautilus.
Valeria went.
But we've got to sit here and
Oh, that's just her jacket. I thought
keep
that
everything
was her.
going.
Sorry, Steven's big head is in the way.
Wow.
No, it's an average sized head.
I mean, it is pretty big, I gotta admit.
All right, resident SCF. What do the people want to know?
Was that a turn that caused that distortion?
Yes.
Got it.
Best guess.
I'm going to be doing a little bit of that
Oh
throughout
yeah, no,
the
that's fine. I was
entire
just
turn.
curious.
Yeah.
Bridge now. Request we hold position. Thank you. I got there a little late. I called right at like 0 meters, but it takes a second. Should have called earlier.
Well, it's another screwed up turn.
Well, we gotta
Probably
change
your
heading
last
anyways.
opportunity.
It's actually,
Yeah, that was your last shot at the Mona Lisa.
what? No, we got 2
No.
more hours, and these are not too long
Are we go-
lines. I might start the next line.
Yep.
I've already done well, so I have nothing to prove to you guys.
Can't beat what I've already done.
Yeah. How do you beat brilliance?
That's right.
Yeah, it's totally only something I can talk about here. Like, when I go back home and tell people about it, I either got to talk about the mission or what. I cannot tell them how well I think I did on my high pack turns.
I mean, you could. They just
I
might not
could.
You
understand.
can write into us.
And tell you again.
remember my high pack turns? Weren't they great? They were so good. I was just thinking about them.
Chris on the cape.
But like the multi-text, like that's not one comment submission. That's like, I just keep typing. They were pretty good.
At least, like, it'll be Valeria,
I
and
thought it
she'll
was great.
understand. It won't be some new SCF who's like, who is this
Oh no, I'll write
person?"
into a different watch.
Did you eat all the coffee beans you said?
No, just the ones left over in the cup. I don't know where the supply came from.
All the ones in here.
No, the cup was in the ROV shop.
Oh. I need some now.
There's still miles.
I'll tell you why off comms. Because Ed decided it was a brilliant night, like so tired last night, doing any sleep shit before. Barely ate any breakfast, like ran down, super excited about going to bed. Ed decided, like he's never been at sea before.
Bridge nav.
He wanted to do his computer work in the room.
We can go ahead and change heading as needed for our next course of 260. Thank you.
Are there any questions?
Yeah. Someone commented in to Chris, fear not, the internet will tell tales of your high-pack glory.
Oh.
Wow. That's actually one of the nicest things someone has ever said to me.
Bobby
Thank
Argus
you.
Jr. will see to it.
Whoever you are, you just made my night.
Someone wants to know, after the scanning, the next steps. So it seems like at this point, it's very unlikely that we're going to get Hercules down in the water just based on the amount of time that we have left. So scanning and visual search with Argus is our last hope at this point. We have about 8 hours left on the dive. And we're hoping for a last-minute success.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically, as they were saying, just because this cruise is over, the expedition does not mean the search is over. The search will continue. It just will not continue right now. So there's obviously some more work to be done, maybe refine search areas, look through the data again, and then get back at it.
Had we found something, we would have got a good sonar target. We would have tried to view it with Argus. And then if we were happy that we had found it, then we would come back, put Herc on and come back and get nice photogrammetry, do a good video survey.
Bridge, Nev. Request a 20-meter step bearing 345. Thank you.
We're gonna do a spin.
Spin it out.
What?
The ship turned the opposite way.
That you thought it would? It went shortest
distance. I wasn't really
I think.
thinking about that at that point when I started turning. I just went the direction that was close. So now we're going to do a little pirouette.
So we've got a group of people that say they're, I don't know if you guys read this comment yet when I was at dinner, but they said,
oh no, he's going around the wrong way again.
They're a group of wannabes.
A one.
They've tied a waterproof flashlight and a GoPro to a brick.
Oh yeah, they read that one.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. Is everybody okay?
Okay.
No, we found it.
Oh yeah? Cool.
Yeah. You missed it.
Oh, that's too
It's
bad.
gone now.
Too bad no one recorded it.
No, we were talking about that
Forgot to
brick
right
ROV
click.
again.
We were joking.
Which I don't think that's one of these. I think they've made
It's
it.
funny, I didn't know it would do that before. Once
What?
it gets like,
Far,
it's
yeah.
just like, oh, it's
It's
easier
like
for me to go
Steven was
this way.
saying, like we got a group of like, you know, wannabe ROV people because they put the brick in. I'm like, that's not wannabes. That's full on operational.
Yeah.
That reminds me of your
It's like the one
story.
I made in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the webcam and
Yeah, full on operational. We didn't have GoPros back then. We had to epoxy a webcam.
Yeah, do you want to quickly describe that rig again?
Yeah. So we had to check. There's like 8 to 10 feet of water in a little bay that was dammed off, and they were raising lobsters in it. And so they wanted to know if the seabed was like mud, sand, rock, gravel, bedrock, that sort of thing. And so we weren't allowed to dive because we were college students, and they wouldn't let us. So we bought one of those like sphere webcams that they had back in the early 2000s that would like sit on the top of your computer. And we epoxied every seam in it, and then we epoxied a microscope slide over the lens to waterproof everything. We ran USB extension cables up PVC pipes to a laptop in a canoe, and then shoved the pole underwater with a dive light taped to the pole, and it actually worked.
Job done.
Yeah. Honestly, the pole and the webcam are probably still sitting in a corner in the geology building. No one probably knows where it came from.
Alright, so Argus is almost right behind us. We're getting close to the line, and then we'll be off on our way.
Awesome. It was a great time to go take a photo.
Was it a good photo?
Probably not.
Did you blink?
Probably. And I blinked many times. I don't know if it when a photo was taken, though.
I haven't blinked since.
I didn't blink for a good 10 minutes.
Is it okay?
My eyes fell out.
Yeah, it's good. What's our heading?
Our heading is going to be the lines 260.
60. Roger. I'd like to see you process this last few minutes of...
I haven't been even importing the turns.
We did a full pirouette to get a turn.
Oh, that's
68.
awesome. Oh, that'd be great. That's what all the data looked like. It looked like the ROV had just been spinning and spinning and spinning because I imported it initially. I had to tinker with which settings to import it under. And at first I was like, oh no, this is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
And then I forget what the setting was, but it was like one thing to check differently, and it came in okay. I was like, oh, thank God. Because it would have been pretty ugly otherwise.
Bridge now. Another step.
So the search is not over yet. We still have some hours to keep scanning the area. And yeah, that's the main objective for this expedition, was to search for this one clipper. So we're gonna keep scanning the area and trying to find it until we run out of time, basically. So that's the plan. So I'm not quite sure if we'd responded to this question about if they use the side scan sonar to find M370.
They used a variety of things. Most notably, they used a whole fleet of AUVs, deep water AUVs, because they had a huge area to cover. So, and there was a lot of discrepancies between, like, even the route that the plane was on. So it's similar in that it's looking for an aircraft, but there's like the sort of scope of it and the information available was very different. And there's still a mystery as to where exactly it was going. Fortunately for us, we had eyewitness accounts and a response that went out pretty quickly. So, I mean, we do still think that Simone Clipper is nearby. It's a matter of expanding the search grid in the right direction. And if we're not successful by the end of the dive tonight, hopefully we'll be able to continue the search in the next few years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bridge, nav. Of course, we start tracking our line bearing 260 at 1 knot. Thank you.
Looks like we have a pretzel here.
Where?
Right here.
Oh.
The twisty one.
So you see how much less effort it makes as soon as it starts getting dragged at all?
Yep.
So you probably don't even barely need it on.
The joy gain is at 100%. I don't know why. We don't usually leave it up that high.
My joy gain is always 100%.
Oh my god. It's the sort of pun I would make. And usually get punched in the arm for it.
That's a Dan thing. Dan did it.
Thanks, video.
You could probably put that on channel 3 since HIPAC's not doing much.
That's a cool thing
It's
in
a
Argus. I don't know
blinky
what that
thing.
is. Oh, is it a...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's an organism.
It's
One
a
more
bug.
time.
Oh, and it's bioluminescent, or
I think it's just one of those
No.
shrimp that's, but it's not swimming.
More.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's
It's weird it's
Oh,
not
coming
red.
back again.
I'm gonna zoom if it comes back.
no,
middle.
look
Okay.
at the little legs.
And
Oh, man.
oh, we didn't heave as much on that one.
Of all the times for there not to be a heave.
Yeah.
Look, the heave even stopped in the sonar momentarily. Really?
Wow.
It's been going for
Yeah.
days. And the one time we needed a heave, it didn't do it. It's like the opposite of a rogue wave. It all calmed itself.
Yeah.
A rogue doldrum.
Yeah, we're past it, and there goes the waves again.
Yep, exactly. Look, we had like 4 seconds of no heave. Whoa, something flew by. And yeah, right when we needed it.
So for our audience, if you want to see our sunset, you can go to the quad view. And you'll see this beautiful pink color in the clouds and the shape of the island.
Well,
So yesterday when I learned about golden sounding, I also learned a new word.
Golden?
Shoalless.
Oh,
Shoalless?
what is that?
There's no shoal?
No, I think it means most shallow.
Oh,
It's like the equivalent of deepest.
Oh, shoalest.
Deepest, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
So
word.
it's not shallowest?
No, I guess it's, well, I don't know, shallowest may also be a word, but I was told by Miles it was, he used the word shoalless, and I said, what is that?
It wasn't just an accented thing.
Nope.
just sounds like you're saying like a list of shows, a show list.
Shoal.
Shoalist.
all right.
Oh, yeah.
But is that a new word for everyone, or can someone confirm that's a real word?
I think I remember hearing it, but I'm not confident enough to confirm anything or deny anything.
Yep, it's a superlative.
Superlative.
Thank you. Adjective.
Superlative. Superlative adjective.
Meaning
Can-
the shallowest?
Can you spell it, please?
S-H-O-A-L-I-S-T.
Yeah, literally shoal and then S, so S-H-O-A-L-E-S-T.
Oh, E-S-T, okay.
Yeah. Means shallow of water.
Superlatitude.
But not the shallowest?
Well, it's the superlative, so that would be the most.
Superlative.
I thought you said superlatitude, and I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
is
what's
that
this?
anything over 90
I was like,
degrees?
is that the Arctic Circle?
Yes, the superlatitude of 100 degrees north.
Oh my God! I thought
That's
it was
awesome.
it was me that was like, oh, should I say something? No, of course not.
Trevor's down there pretending to work again.
Yep.
So does that mean shoaler is a word?
I don't know.
I
I don't have the Google.
Yes, it's
It
the
is, too.
comparative adjective.
You guys know that?
Oh, I see.
So if you look up shallowest, is that a real word?
It's probably like
I think
become a
so.
real word, but may not have initially been. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the dictionary. Well, the dictionary.com. Shallow is also in there, shallowest.
What is the description of shallowest? The most shallow?
1 millimeter of water.
Not deep.
One that is
shallow
shallower
water,
than other
lacking
shallows.
depth.
Well, we know what
Shallowest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys know that game Wordscape, where they give you like
Yeah, I was just playing that downstairs while things processed.
yeah. It's like 5 letters.
I'm really
and
bad
you
at it.
Rearrange them. I find myself I try to like sound out what potential different words.
Which game
Yeah.
is that?
What was it?
Which game is it?
Wordscape.
Wordscape.
It's like they have empty crossword, and instead of clues, they just give you like, let's say 5 jumbled letters, and you try to make as many words as you can out of those letters and fill it. So, yeah, and I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to go through the letters, and I'm like, brom, bra, and then you get to one and you're like, bra-om. And it like takes it, and you're like, bra-om is not a word, and you realize it's broom.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh.
I just did one earlier that was ledge. I was like, ledgy.
Yeah.
Because I always use the G as the hard G, and I'm like, oh, right, I know what it is now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I've been getting slightly better at it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to come back to it after a few hours and be like, oh, that's what it is. Like the word league. League kind of stumped me for a long time. And I was like, "Oh, that's what that is." I like that game. It's fun.
It's another good mindless one to just swipe around on. Not completely mindless, but.
Is it raining?
No.
Oh, that's just fog in the dome.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The camera.
No. Yep.
Yep.
I think it's actually good brain exercise.
Yeah, it's like, but it doesn't. You don't have to think too hard. You know what I mean? It's just
I do.
I mean, if you get stuck, but it practices your
Yeah.
just ability to just kind of like pick up on those things. Yeah.
Do you
It's not
lose
as mindless
points
as like.
for like
No,
trying things that don't work?
No.
You never lose
No.
points, and you get coins if you get the puzzle correct. And I don't believe the coins do anything for you.
Yeah, that you can use hints.
Oh, is that? I've never used a hint.
Oh, I've used hints. You must have like thousands of coins.
Oh no, I'm only on level like 100 or something.
Oh. Well then.
What level are you on?
I think I'm like 200 something.
Yeah. I'm only.
You haven't gotten into the League of Ledges yet.
No, I have not. I'm only on. I'm only a level 100 word wizard, so.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a really good airplane game.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. Well, only if there's a power outlet in the seat. Otherwise, I don't want to touch my phone because then I need it for like Uber and stuff.
Oh, that's a good reminder. I need to.
Can't do logistics when you get where you're going.
Yeah,
You've
exactly.
played your game all day.
Yeah.
I need to charge my. The travel batteries, portable batteries.
Well, you have a stay in a hotel, right?
Yeah.
They have a couple different types of outlets in there, but it's not US power. So make sure you have your
It's
adapter
not
with you.
110.
I don't think so.
They had USB.
Oh yeah, they had USB power. That's right.
Cool.
So yeah, but the plugs were not US.
They looked like they were kind of a multi-hybrid. I don't know.
Yeah, it had both European and Australian, I believe.
We have a question about if we're planning to get some more visuals on more targets.
Probably not. We ground truthed 2 of our higher priority targets, and those were a high priority because they looked like there might have been some sort of regularity to them or some kind of man-made structure, but they still turned out to be rock outcrops. And ground truthing is important so that it kind of solidifies our identification of what we're seeing on the sonar. But we haven't seen anything that is worth the time of taking time away from continuing the survey and expanding the survey. We would love to. Trust me, we would love to have a variety of targets that we could dive on.
Yes.
But we haven't seen, and we're expecting that there's a debris field, and so we do have the ability to see the seabed, as you can see in camera B for the view from Argus. So that's during our, I'm going to start the new line. That's during our our survey. So we're able to get sonar as well as video data of the seabed at the same time, which does help kind of ID our targets as we're going. And I'm pretty sure if there were a debris field, we would see, you know, man-made objects with different types of shadows in the sonar, as well as very likely within the field of view of the camera at some point. So I've been going back through the sonar data, reviewing it, and trying to take some of the distortion and heave out of it, and then just reviewing everything again. And I still haven't seen anything that I would want to dive on, which, trust me, is not what we wanted. But you know, it is, in terms of conducting a systematic survey with the best chance of finding something, continuing to expand the grid is the best use of time when you don't have high priority targets to dive on.
Yeah. And to summarizing the scan area, how big is the area that we've scanned so far?
I don't know the total area. That'll be something that we calculate kind of at the end. Or I guess we could maybe look at it now. But the initial area was about 2 nautical miles by 2 nautical miles. So 4 square nautical miles. And I think Chris is going to take a look for us here, see what our maximum coverage is. You're not on.
Yeah, you're not on, Chris.
Talking.
Sorry. A little over 5 kilometers long. And by the time we finish these southern lines, it'll be about
5 by 5.
5 kilometers tall.
So about 25 square kilometers.
Yes, or 9 square miles.
Yeah.
That's a lot larger than.
Yeah.
Then we
original
started.
It's a decent area.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we had, so that's over what, 5 days of survey?
Yep.
So it's about 5 square kilometers a day. Initially, we had estimated that we could do 8 square kilometers a day with this setup, but we've been going a bit slower. The turns have taken a little bit longer, and we also shortened the range. We were going to do 300 meter distance, and we did 200 to get better overlap. So those are some of the reasons. It does take quite a while to turn with Argus with this much weight of the cable in the water at 3,200 meters depth. So our estimates were a little bit off, but I think a 25 square kilometer area is definitely pretty decent for 5 days work.
Yeah. And yeah, most of the current watch is staying on board for next expedition. So we're gonna miss our video engineer and the navigator, and of course our lead scientist. But for the rest, we're gonna be with you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll be with them too, but in the sense of we will also be viewers.
Oh yeah, of course.
Nice fish in Argus.
You don't know their story. Could be a mean fish.
It's a really mean fish.
It looks nice.
We consider it's lonely. It's a lonely fish.
It's alone. We don't know that it's lonely.
Oh, you're right. It's alone.
It has Argus.
That's true. Not for long. Oh, it's coming towards us. All it needed was affection. So I think that that turn was my last move as a navigator there.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because time to end the line.
Just barely. You might be able to set up the next turn.
You could get us. You could get Argus on the line.
Yeah, you could do your job.
Yeah.
Okay. Ouch.
That's the turn that sent you packing.
It's an okay turn.
It's not your best.
We talked about this. You can't compete against brilliance, and I already proved my brilliance.
Wait, but
well, Rennie did.
What do you mean?
Rennie proved his brilliance.
Yeah, he had these beautiful
He had really nice turns.
drifting arcs, and you got this gobbledygook. I don't know. You don't even know what direction you're going in.
Rennie's had years of practice, okay?
How come you always get like major USBL spikes and he doesn't?
He gets major USBL spikes.
wait, but
No, he doesn't.
we're ignoring. I thought we were talking about getting the Argus on the line.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still on turns.
Oh, we're still on a turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're still talking about his turns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a sensitive subject. Bingo.
You weren't even here.
No, I skedaddled for that turn. It was pretty funny though. She was standing up there on the top deck trying to take the photo, and like the ship was like turning heading pretty drastically. So I was like, yeah, are the clouds behind us going to be like all blurry?
Yeah, it's like you guys are standing still, but the entire background.
Yeah.
It looks like we're just like traveling at light speed.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome actually. Oh, that just went up through Argus.
Yeah, the sea cucumber.
What? Wait, what was it called again?
Penny Agony?
Penny. That's just hilarious. Penny
We
Agony.
just got a double bingo.
What?
Oh, really?
What did we do?
Chris just said sea cucumber.
Oh yeah.
Double bingo.
You can't have too many empty squares left there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 squares left, and we have an
So
hour
do you
and
think
a
we
half.
can get him to naturally say all the 5 things?
See, but he knows what he
knows
has
what
to
to-
say.
Yeah.
So.
He still said sea cucumber though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
He also at one
I
point
didn't
said,
mean to.
have you seen...
Yep.
Oh yeah, you can cross that one out.
Have you seen my sea cucumber?
Have you seen my turn?
Have you seen my copious amounts of luggage?
Probably not, but you will.
Yeah, we're gonna have to load it into the van.
I'm gonna have to step up on that scale at the airport, and they're gonna be looking at me like.
Oh wait, that's actually a serious consideration, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much do you have?
Pounds? I have no idea.
How many bags?
Just 2 checked and a carry-on.
Ooh, that's a lot of stuff.
It should be okay.
There's one's full of uniforms. One's just my regular check bag.
Yeah.
And one's just my backpack with, you know, the a change of clothes,
That's not.
toiletries,
I don't
kind
think
of a
that's
deal.
too much. It's more that they balance out who's sitting where with your
Yeah,
carry-on.
they said they cared more about, I guess, just knowing the weight.
Yeah. If you had more than those 2, I think it might be an issue, but I don't. I think it's okay.
Especially looking at the amount of equipment that I've seen make it across.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, some of the scientific equipment and whatnot. And I don't know why you're talking about getting Argus on the line here. We have 2 people with Argus in their job title that you could refer that one to.
Wait,
Yeah, but
what's
you
Mike-
drive
what's
this
Michael's
your
job
Assistant
title?
to the Argus pilot.
That's another square. Gotcha.
And it's your job to put Argus
Yeah,
on the
it's
line.
your job to
That's-
move the ship.
Yeah, that's
You
the
guys
shit.
got
I just
thrusters.
We're
control the
under
depth.
tow.
You guys have thrusters.
Yeah.
You see that Wendy has the exact right heading?
Uh-huh.
You know, all the things are off to minimize interference.
Actually, you look
We're
like your
situationally
heading is
aware.
off by about 5 degrees.
Oh.
It's not 265?
It's
No,
260.
it's 260.
Uh-oh.
I said that.
And so does
Well, Still. Get us back on the line.
Yeah, I was just like trying to steer us back toward the line a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
What she said.
Okay.
Oh my
Bridge
God.
now.
Okay, calm down.
Request
For our
we
audience,
set
this is all
cross-track
jokes.
offset
We're not
to 30
All
falls
meters.
apart with 2 hours left
the
to
right
go.
of
I
the
hate
line.
you.
We're just sad to be breaking up.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. And it's so good to have you with us from Oregon. I think you are the only little dot that I have from Oregon. Yes.
The only little dot. Hi, little dot.
Hi, little dot. So I have the
You're my
world
little
map
dot,
here,
and I
and
will
I
call
have
you Squishy.
little dots from where
And you'll be mine.
our viewers get their connections. And we do have several people from Mississippi. Or apparently, yeah. So thanks for following us.
It's really not until you start like listing off all the countries, and when we said at one point we had 6 continents tuning in, that you really think like we're just like chatting, but there are like 6 continents of people listening.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's awesome,
Like-
yeah.
That's the most people that will.
And not all of them send messages, right?
Oh yeah, I think a large majority
So
do not.
some people are maybe just listening to us, or they're super shy.
Don't be shy. That's what the internet's for.
But if
To hide behind a computer screen. Also, we're very nice and would like to answer your question.
I don't think people can submit questions on YouTube, can they?
I don't.
So if you're watching on
so.
YouTube, if you found us through YouTube, you can go to the website,
Oh, that's true.
nautiluslive.org,
I actually did
where
see
you can
the
submit questions.
Exactly, yes.
YouTube link, and there was like 200 people watching on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
But if you switch over, or at least 200 views, however many people that
You
is,
can get the full experience.
and ask us questions,
Yeah.
or just
Right.
comment on things that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Do those views show up on the SCF computer? Is there
Oh,
YouTube?
yeah.
I don't know.
Or do they not go into our account?
I can see you, Wyoming. And maybe you're the only one. Yes.
Wyoming, the great
Yeah,
seafaring
lots
state
more
of
watching on
Wyoming.
YouTube than nautiluslive.org. Yep, it's true. So what do we think about the Glenn Miller project? I am not very familiar with it.
Who project?
I'm not
Glenn
familiar.
Miller?
Glenn Miller?
I feel like I've heard of this, but I can't recall
Sounds
to my
familiar.
tired brain right now what it is.
Yeah.
Don't know.